One of my favorite features in Bridge is batch rename. If I'm in Mini Bridge and I'm looking at my pictures and I move my cursor over the pictures, notice that the names are just the image and a number after it. I've just, loaded these images from my camera and it's given a name. These names don't really mean anything to me. So the batch rename feature to me is one of my favorites. If I click and go to Bridge and I look at, say I have a collection, and what I want to do is I have a list of clients folders on the left. What I want to do is create a collection of my individual collections. What I'll do is select the pictures that I want, and then I'll create a new collection. So I want all of these. I'll include this one and this one. So with these selected, I'll go over under collections, click on the icon with the plus sign, and create a new collection. The choice is include the selected files in the new collection. Yes, I want to do that. So it automatically adds those pictures to my new collection. What I want to do is call these, and now I have another group. I have another folder that I'd like to add that I've brought over from somewhere else. What I'll do is I'll just select all of those pictures and drag them on top of my new collection. Now notice the number has changed to 26. If I double click on that new collection, it's got all the individual images that I want. Now notice that the names are all different. What I'd like to do is name them all the same. So a couple ways to go up to the batch rename. If I select all of my pictures, I can go up to the Tools menu, and the first item there is Batch Rename. We can also get to Batch Rename on the desktop here under Refine. Notice that the center item is Batch Rename. The keyboard shortcut for Batch Rename is Shift-Command-R or Shift-Control-R on Windows. So what I'll do, since I'm here, I'll just choose Batch Rename. And if you click on the Preset button, you have three choices: last used, default, or string substitution. I'll just leave it on default for now. What I want to do is rename these files in this same folder. Notice at the very bottom under Preview it says New File Name, and it shows what the compilation of these choices will give you down here. Okay, what I want to do is just create a simple file name, and what I'm going to call this is, give it a name, Cabinet Designs NH, and the next choice I want is simply a sequence number. So each time it goes to the next photo, it's going to increase that sequence number by 1. Now I have less than 100 pictures, so I really only need 2 digits. And I'll get rid of the third item on the list. And now what I have is a file name with a sequence number. I can choose to preserve the current file name in metadata, and what I'm going to do is just choose Windows, Mac OS, and it will process this. So I have my pictures highlighted. It's going to rename each of these in the order that they're currently in. And I'll click on Rename. And you can see that happened pretty darn fast. It renamed all of the items and gave them a number. And just simply in Bridge, you can rename a lot of your different file names in other folders. So it's not just your camera images, it's any file, anywhere. Batch rename, it's really powerful. Now we could even go a step farther with this. Instead of having the same name with the whole list as a sequence, I could simply select the first few and go up to batch rename and give these a different code if I wanted to say cabinet designs and then add an initial for the name of the project or the name of the client. I could do that, and I could start, from 1 to however many and click on rename. I could then come and select the next group of a different project and continue the sequence numbers, but have just a different code in here for that particular client. This is a really powerful feature, and it helps you to keep and organize your images, especially in your collections, but anywhere on your computer. Powerful feature. That's why I wanted to show this to you separate from Bridge, Mini Bridge, and Photoshop.